So real quick, do you want to tell everyone your name and where you're from and where you're currently at, real quick?
Yeah, I'm in Limestone County Jail. Mickey Paulk,
Mickey Paulk.
also known as the Meth Squirrel situation. And
Today we're doing an interview with Mickey Paulk. He is currently in Limestone County Jail in Athens, Alabama. We're doing a jail interview through the video conference screen, and I want you guys to tune in. And he's going to tell a little bit about his case. His is very unique because he was charged with drug trafficking and possession of a firearm, but also he was charged with animal abuse for giving an animal crystal methamphetamine, which he was falsely accused of, and I genuinely believe that he did not. While he's no saint, of course, he definitely didn't do what he's being accused of in that regard. So tune in, and I hope you guys enjoy this because it's pretty interesting. It's a pretty interesting little situation going on, and yeah, hopefully you guys. Maybe you could even visit him yourself, any of the ladies out there. He's always open to pen pals and making friends while he's doing time. You can always use a little support when you're in those environments. So, yeah, tune in, guys. Hope you enjoy this. And those visits, by the way, are only 25 minutes long. Of course, I would love to do a longer visit, but we'd have to restart it back to back. But maybe we'll get him back in for another interview. So, hope you guys enjoy this. Take care. And actually, don't take care. Tune in. Looks like we got a good picture here. So, how you doing, man? That's good. That's
I'm
good.
alive, man. Still here.
That's good, man. That's good. I feel you. I was just looking for my notepad where I had my notes. For a second, I sent you an email. I didn't think, dude, the website wasn't loading at first, so I thought for a second we weren't going to be able to do this. I was
Yeah,
like,
the phones have been acting funny all day too. I don't know what's going on with that.
really, man?
Yeah, the phones and the chirps and all that.
I was like freaking out. I'm like, fuck, because it was like 2:27, so I'm like rushing trying to get it all together. I'm like, damn it. But
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. So I got court coming up October 23rd, man. Like, hopefully I can get this resolved and go on and I go to the feds, get this over with.
so real quick,
It's still pending, man.
so real quick, do you want to tell everyone your name and where you're from and where you're currently at, real quick?
Yeah, I'm in Limestone County Jail. Mickey Paulk,
Mickey Paulk.
also known as the Meth Squirrel situation. And
So
yeah,
just for everyone that's going to be watching this, Mickey was picked up in 2021. The case was from 2019, right? And
yeah,
it's a huge, long story, but basically,
yeah.
well, do you want to tell them like,
Man, it would be easier and less time consuming. I could just tell them to go to the Squirrel's Facebook page, man. These nuts, the Alabama Meth Squirrel, and it tells the story, man. Just got a police is mad at me because I put the wood on this girl and I supposedly was selling drugs and he was the drug task force officer at the time and it just wasn't really the brightest thing to do at the time and it kind of caused a little bit of a issue.
some friction? So
Like a lot of issues.
basically, you were dealing with a girl. You were dealing with a girl that a drug task force officer had a relationship with, a married drug
Yeah,
task.
he's married though. It's not his wife. No, that's not his wife. He's married. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not even that. I don't know how. I mean, look, so the dude's like 5'6", and he's got freckles, and he's lame, and why hate me? I didn't make him like that. You know what I mean? I didn't do
He's kind of
that.
goof. He's kind of goofy, basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah, he's just a lame, bro. So anyway, he's married, man. He's got this little girl. I mean, he don't even talk to her no more, as far as I know. I don't talk to her no more. But so yeah, basically that's what it was, man. We was messing with the same girl. He got mad at me, put a bunch of bogus charges on me. The charges are so bogus. Like, you go to a house that I'm not at, I don't live there, and charge me the drugs you find there.
So you
If
were
that's the case.
So
That's
you
the case. All the drugs around here, they find are mine. You know what I mean?
so you were charged with trafficking, possession of a firearm. What
Yeah.
all was it? I mean, you don't have to say every single one down the list, but in a
Man,
the main
it's a
charge is
lot of. They got me with. Yeah, the trafficking, the possession, a couple of different times where they went in the house and found dope in somebody else's pocket and charged me with it.
what kind of drug was it?
This is not. Usually meth or something, you know, but
Methamphetamine,
I
alleged.
think all of them. I think all of them are meth. Yeah, but there's a thing I've never seen it before, so I don't know. You know what I mean? I've never seen. I'm not gonna say I've never seen meth before, but I've never seen the drugs that they're talking about. This was, and I know what makes me mad about this whole situation is the DA's office is steady pushing these charges, knowing that they're bogus. So I've been sitting here all this time. I mean, they haven't even took the misdemeanor possession of a wildlife to trial yet. It's a misdemeanor for 5.5 years.
Yeah, that's
You know what I
crazy,
mean?
man. There should be some type
And
of
they keep
stat.
offering me these stupid offers. Yeah, and they don't, 5.5 years goes by here. It's like, man, listen, if you're not ready to go to trial, but you think if I sit here long enough, I'll say, okay, I'm guilty. I'll plead to it, but I'm not.
Right.
You know.
There should be statute of
So
limitations, especially on misdemeanor stuff. You know what I mean? Like that should have been handled.
yeah.
But
I
real,
mean, even on felonies. I mean, it took
absolutely.
5.5 years to take my own with a trial of capital murder, but it shouldn't take me that long. I mean, once I'm arrested and indicted, you got enough. You got what you need to take me to trial right here.
Right.
So stop offering me a plea agreement on charges that you know I didn't commit. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I was a saint. Dude could have popped me. Dude could have pulled me over at any time. I'm not saying I don't do nothing wrong because I was doing wrong.
Right.
But the thing is, I've never been caught with drugs. He never did catch me with drugs. I wasn't doing anything, and that's what it was. He was just charging me with a bunch of bogus crap because he's mad over a girl.
So there were some circumstances that you feel probably could have got you off, or that would be good defense arguments, basically.
Oh, yeah, the fact that I wasn't there, I was 50 miles away, and you find dope in someone's pocket and charge me with it, that's kind of hard to believe. I don't think a jury, you couldn't pick a 12-panel jury to believe that dope is mine.
So real quick, the thing, so we brought Mickey on here. Not only, Mickey's a good guy, he's a likable dude, but the thing that makes, depending on who you ask, I like him. He's a good, I've known him through a mutual friend for a while now, and, but he lives close to me here in Alabama. But the thing that makes his case interesting was he was accused of giving a squirrel that he had as a pet, like a wild squirrel that he had as a pet.
Yeah.
He was accused by this officer that the girl's having a relationship with. The officer accused Mickey of giving the squirrel meth and training the squirrel to attack people.
Yeah, it did, man. So listen, this is how this whole thing panned out. I was like, it's okay. So one day they kick in the door. The squirrel's there. I'm not there. There's a guy that's sitting at the house. Friend of mine. He was there. He had some dope in his pocket. They charged me with it.
This is allegedly a trap.
Go in the woods.
This is allegedly kind of a trap type.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Trap house, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So they let the squirrel go in the woods, and they said, and all of a sudden, it's all over Facebook that there's a squirrel on meth, and I was feeding it meth to make it aggressive. And it's like, what did this come from? Who said this? You know what I mean?
You never mentioned anything about that, like when they were interviewing you and questioning you, like that.
Nah, none of that. Like they didn't even caught me at this point. It was already all over the news. So what I did was, okay, I found out that day, within a couple of hours, that the squirrel had been let go in the woods. I pull up, call the squirrel. He comes to me. He's freaking out. He's never been outside before. He's freaking out.
Right.
I mean, other than being outside, like on my shoulder, he doesn't go outside. You know what I mean?
So he's kind of domesticated at this point, basically.
Oh, he's very domesticated with me. Now, as far as the whole attack squirrel thing, yes, he does attack. I didn't train him to do that. I tried everything I could to make him be nice to people. He just doesn't care, and he's an asshole. That's all it is.
Right.
He has testicles that are the size of a human's, and he's a 2-pound squirrel, so that automatically makes him a bit aggressive.
He's full of that that squirrel testosterone.
Yeah. So that's after all this happened or whatever. I'm seeing all this on Facebook, and I'm getting real nervous. I'm like, man, I can't go to jail looking like an idiot. You know what I mean? Like, nobody wants to go to jail looking like an idiot. Like, and that's why they
Right.
did that. If
They're
you
trying to
put it
humiliate
on
you.
yeah, through media, they used the media. That's exactly what it was. They used the media to try to humiliate me, and it was working for the most part, you know. And then I was like, I can't go to jail looking like an idiot, and I'm going regardless because they've already put these bogus charges on me. So, I ended up just making this little video, man, on YouTube. The only live video, on Facebook, the only live video I ever made on Facebook, and it all of a sudden it was on every news channel in the country, and it got picked up by all the biggest, you know, like I was on live PD like 3 times. I was on, you name it, man. It's been on, it's been on a lot of shows.
And to second what Mickey's talking about, there are big YouTubers that have done stories of, you know, if you type in Meth Squirrel on the YouTube search bar, you're going to see all types of videos where big YouTubers have picked the story up and kind of put their spin on it. But also, there's a Fox News article. I've seen articles on Washington Post, place all the way out west in California, Texas. There was even a UK, I think it was a UK Post, United Kingdom. Like, this made nationwide and even international news. It went overseas to some of those to some of those media spots over there, man. So, like, you know, it's kind of a big deal. I mean, how often do you hear of an animal on meth?
Well, actually, now there's this lady now. Somebody posted on my Facebook. My mom was telling me about it. She was trying to give deer meth to seal packages off porches. Now, there are people out there that's that out there in their mind.
Right.
I was never one of them. If you can go back in my Facebook and look, man, I had this squirrel when it was a little bitty baby, and it's maybe an hour old.
Right.
And do you know how hard it is to bottle feed and raise a squirrel for 14 weeks
right.
on formula, dude? It's impossible. They're not going to live if you're not like so dedicated. It's unreal.
Right.
Especially when at the time I was dating this girl that was doing Xanaxes, and so having to deal with her shit and to keep up with the squirrel was like almost impossible. But hey, man, it made it through it. It lived. And then for people to say, okay, he's got a squirrel on meth, I was like, you know what, man? You know, if we're going to go that far out there, if we're just going to throw it out there like that, I seen this same drug task force officer sucking off an alien. I mean, I didn't take a picture, but hey.
Wait, what do you mean? Sucking off an alien? Wait, what do you mean?
Sucking off an alien, yeah. I didn't take a picture, though. You see what I'm saying? It's just as far-fetched as that. Just
I see what you're saying.
To try to,
Right, I see what you mean.
I didn't take a picture, but it's there, you know what I mean?
Right. So, I mean, that's a testament. That's a testament, I feel like, you know, a lot of people, I mean, giving an animal drugs is kind of like giving a child drugs. It's the form of abuse.
Yeah.
And showing that you were dedicated enough to raise it up from infancy to, you know, full grown, like that shows, you know, like you said, that shows some good characteristics, you know, that you care about, you have care for fellow animals and people and such. You know what I mean? I guess you could say empathetic. Yeah. Maybe that's the right word, you know?
I mean, I like animals more than people. I mean,
predictable. I can understand that, especially nowadays, man. Gosh.
Right.
It seems like ever since this corona stuff's happened, people have lost their minds, and people aren't as friendly as they used to be. I'm sure you've probably noticed that, but the world's kind of changed a little bit, but
yeah.
And you've also.
I don't know if Corona did it well.
I just feel like I noticed that's when things seem to start getting worse, anyways. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. There was a lot of political views got divided and all that. You know what I mean? But just a lot of division politically.
Yeah.
But so you also did time in the state, right? Prior to this.
Yeah. I did some state time.
Years ago. Do you mind talking a little bit about that, like how much time you did and all that?
Well, in Alabama, they used to give people, before the prison system was acknowledged that it was very overcrowded, they would give people astronomical amounts of time for stuff that they don't even give time for anymore.
Right.
So my first charge, I had 3 receiving stolen property charges.
Which isn't...
So I didn't know really what's going on. I didn't really know, you know, like the system or whatever. So I get this good old boy lawyer that talks me into taking 3 10s running wild, which means I have a 30-year sentence on it.
So that's 10 years.
Like,
When he says running wild, just to
Yeah.
clarify to the viewers, that means they ran consecutive. So instead of doing 10 years, there's concurrent, which means they all run together and you only do 10.
Yeah.
That means he had to do 10 before the next 10 started and then the next 10 started. So 30. God, man, that's crazy.
Yeah. So, and
Receive-
in Alabama, you get good time on it. So, I ended up doing like 9 years and some change on it.
That's
So I got out in
insane.
2014 and still had some paper to do on that. So then I ended up violating my paper in 2016 and went back for like 8 months. So I got out free pretty much. No, I got out. Yeah, okay. So I got out and then in 2019, I made the police mad. They started the meth squirrel thing, and that really like what they thought they was just gonna do was just smear me any kind of way they wanted to. They were mad because I wasn't in the house they claimed I was gonna be at when they did the raid. And then they did the same exact. So after they get me arrested, they said, "Hey man, you're being held on probation violation." I'm not even on probation.
They thought you were
So they
still
held
on
me 8
paper.
months.
They thought you were still on paper for the
No, they
previous
knew I
stuff.
wasn't. No, they knew I wasn't on paper, but they held me anyways. But right now, like I said, I did almost 10 years in Alabama prison system, man, and right now, man, it's violent down there, dude. It's really, really, really violent. Like it's probably the worst in the nation.
It is.
California, Texas, New York, nothing has anything like Alabama.
If you ask any like prison journalist or prison YouTuber, man, right now everyone's saying Alabama is the worst state right now. Like Cali and stuff. Don't get me wrong; those places are horrible. Like South Carolina's got a bad rep. What's the place next door to us? Mississippi. But Alabama is just it's so understaffed, man. It's so understaffed.
Well, then you got all these kids that's between 18 and 25 years old that's got murder cases, nothing to lose.
Right.
And then you got, and then the drugs, and yeah, like you said, understaffed. And then you add in
Cell
drugs
phones.
and so everybody's got a phone, everybody's
Yeah.
got drugs, and then you factor in the fact that everybody has a knife,
Right.
or we're not even gonna call it knives. We're gonna call it samurai swords. Everybody's got a samurai sword running around, and it's a recipe for disaster. It's easy to get killed in there.
So did you during that 9 years? So you got locked up on that in what year? 2000.
The original charge actually was in 2001. I didn't go down to 2006.
Oh wow! So it took that long to resolve. Oh, were you on paper first, and you messed the paper up or something?
Yeah.
I got you. So they gave you a shot first, that paper, and then you messed that up.
They revoked me. My probation was revoked 3 months after it was over with, but they filed for the revocation like right before it ended.
So
it's corrupt, dude. It's bad here.
so tell us,
It's
what was the? And you're right, it is very corrupt down here, man. They do what they want to do.
yeah.
But what was the worst facility you would say you were at here in Alabama? And tell us one of the more. Have you seen some violence while you were down there? Right, like some pretty serious stuff, I would imagine.
Yeah, like pretty much all of them are super violent. Yeah, like all of them are super violent. Like I never did go to a work release or anything. So
What was the worst spot you were at? The worst prison you were at? Would you, in your opinion?
Probably Bibb or Elmore or I don't know. They were all pretty rough.
Were they?
St. Clair probably. Yeah. St. Clair.
All three of those have a horrible reputation. If you Google search them, man, or even go on YouTube, there's videos of people with phones in there showing what's going on, man. Have you seen have you seen anyone get killed in front of you or like right in front of you? What tell us an incident. Like if you
can
can
have to get out the way of.
can you share an incident that you remember offhand, like what happened or?
Yeah, I remember this dude getting actually, man, this dude didn't die, but check this out. The guy that did it is dead now. He's a friend of mine. So he comes in the dorm and says, "Hey man, no one of y'all got my cell phone. I'll be back. If you ain't got my cell phone when I come back, I'm killing you and the dude that did it." He just made an announcement to the dorm. Like, I guess the dudes thought he didn't really know who did it.
Someone stole his phone.
He comes back in. He's dead now.
Someone stole his phone. Okay.
And so, yeah, he's dead now. His name's Keith McCluskey. He's from right here in Athens, Alabama. Anyway, he comes back in and does some poking on both of them real bad, real quick. And And like I was like, dude limped past me. He's like, hey man, let me sit on this bench for a minute. I said, shit, bud, you better be trying to get to the hospital. Your shoes is full of blood now, you know. And
God,
he just kind of collapsed on the floor right there. But yeah,
he
it was
al-
bad down there, man. Like
he almost
the
died
ball
behind
game don't even
that.
stop for something like that. Yeah, like
God,
the ball game don't even stop for stuff like that.
did the
You
Keith
know what I
guy
mean?
get
Like,
prosecuted for it? Did he catch new charges or
nah,
really?
nah,
Wow.
no. Hell, nowadays you don't even go to lockup.
That's great. That's how bad it is there. A lot of the time, and sometimes don't the COs like allow certain gangs to run a unit and stuff like that? Like they'll allow them to.
Man, I've seen some I've seen some crazy shit. Like I've seen COs get jumped into games down there. Like it's crazy. Yeah, all that kind of shit takes place. Like anything you can imagine that's corrupt or dirty, it takes place.
And what's this stuff? Not the paper route, but the stuff people are flopping out on the floor and vomiting all over themselves and having seizures.
Yeah, that's paper route too, though. Yeah, that's paper route too, man.
What's the one's brown
Yeah,
clown? There's something called brown clown. What is brown clown?
yeah.
I hear that's one of the worst
I'm not for
ones.
sure which. I'm not for sure which. Like you got Alpha PVP, that's Flocka.
Flocka, right?
You got
We got four. We got
JWH018.
we got 4 minutes, by the way. But go ahead.
Okay, yeah, you got a bunch of different ones. There's hundreds and hundreds of different synthetic cannabinoids, and they're down there like that. I don't even think that's the worst though. Really, man, I think Finn is still the worst, man. Finn is
Fentanyl.
Finn is knocking them off left and right.
Yeah.
They're even using it as a weapon down there now, like just loading up a rig with it, walking by, sticking somebody with it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
You could
it's
put a little bit
crazy.
in someone's drink and it'll kill them, man. I mean, that's so potent. It's so potent, man.
It's easier. It's easier than stabbing somebody and risking a murder rap, than it is just hey man, it's another person, no deed.
Crazy. So since we're getting so short on time, so do you want to tell people the name of the facility? If any ladies out there, Mickey, he might be down.
Yeah, yeah. Well, look, everybody knows me, man, but you know where I'm at, man. I'm in Limestone, and
Limestone County
a lot of people,
Jail.
man.
Limestone County Jail, which is
Yeah,
in Athens, Alabama. That's in Athens,
yeah.
Athens, and his name is spelled Mickeypaulk, and you can go on the inmatesales.com and you can sign up to do emails. You can do video visitation. You can chirp text him. You want to tell everyone your chirp texting number?
I don't even know if I have my number. Hold on a minute. Let me see.
If not, I can pin it. I can pin it in the in like the
Yeah,
description.
pin it on there.
I'll do that. I'll do that.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, man. I told my mom to accept you on my friend request on my Facebook or whatever. So
yep,
you should be able to post it on there.
yep,
I'll let her
yep.
know to. I'll let her know to. Just let me know when you get ready to post it, and I'll have her approve it or whatever.
Okay, okay.
And yeah, man. So a lot of people that still mess with me out there, man, just hit me up. A lot of people
Do you
lost
want this
contact with me
posted?
because I've been down so long with this shit.
Do you want this
Yeah, man.
post?
Put it on whatever. I
Put
ain't
up.
tripping.
Okay, okay. All right.
Yeah. Put it on whatever.
It's
Yeah, you can
definitely
post it
going
on.
on YouTube, and I might make some shorts on like Instagram or Instagram and like YouTube shorts, because like that's a good way to drive traffic.
Yeah.
But it's gonna cut us off
Yeah,
probably in
man.
like 1 minute here. But
All right, bro. Hey, man, look, take it easy, man, and yeah, man. And stay in touch with me. All right.
absolutely, I'm gonna get that information out there to him and show Mickey some love, man. He's a good dude, and it can get lonely in there, man, and we could all use some support. You know what I'm saying? So even us out here in the free world could use support.
All right, man. Take it easy, bro.
Yes, sir, bro. It was good talking to you, man. All right, peace out, bro.